What if the ultimate secret to the universe is hiding completely unnoticed in the silence between your breaths? Every single day, we inhale and exhale, totally unaware of the epic cosmic dance happening inside us. The fiery surya naadi and the cooling moon naadi constantly pull our minds between earthly desires and divine truth. One moment, you feel the pure peace of a saint, the next, you are pulled back by primal instinct. But what happens when the breath becomes perfectly tranquil? Deep within the root of your being, a dormant power, the Kundalini, patiently awaits. When triggered by the magic of the tranquil breath, she awakens. She rises violently yet beautifully, shattering the illusions of the lower chakras, carrying the soul upward to the heart, and finally, to the Ajna Chakra. Imagine the exact moment your human identity stands face to face with your pure, radiant soul. The mind dissolves. Time and space vanish into discontinuity. You step out of illusion and into true being. Are you ready to unlock your divine breath and transcend reality? Listen closely, your evolution begins now.
Chapter 4. Role of discontinuity in continuity of breathing in transcendence, health and happiness. Nadis. In a human system, there are two basic nadis connected with the two nostrils. They are surya naadi and moon naadi. Surya naadi. Surya naadi is connected with the right nostril, and Chandra or moon naadi with the left nostril. Surya nadi is powerful nadi. It is helpful to enhance mental qualities and physical well-being of the aspirant if it is opened, and when one breathes freely through the right nostril. Moon nadi. Moon nadi is divine or soul nadi. It is helpful for better spiritual way of living. While freely breathing through this nadi, all spiritual perceptions and emotional attitudes of the sadhaka or aspirant are strengthened. Thus, breathing through left nostril enhances divine perceptions, and then one is governed more by non-mind. Breathing through both nadis. However, if both the nostrils are opened and one breathes in and breathes out through them, then jiva or living being executes all his activities with complete consciousness, unison with self and homogeneity. All the noble activities are accomplished being in this state. Tranquil breath. Breathe in this pattern in nothing but a tranquil breath. This tranquil breath flows through the Brahma Nadi that is closely associated with the Surya Nadi as well with the Moon Nadi. And by this, it is possible to step into being and to transcend time and space with discontinuities in continuity of existence. Extension of discontinuity in continuity of tranquil breath enhances subtle qualities and well-being in continuity in realm of existence and evolution in life. Materialistic and divine activities. The horizontal materialistic worldly activities of jiva or living being are linked with mental emotions and are governed by the muladhara chakra under the influence of breath when right nostril operates in discontinuity. Whereas divine universal activities of Atma or soul are governed by Dhara or heart chakra as left nostril operates in discontinuity. And thus, the influence of pure consciousness, soul or Atma, becomes predominant on the inner realm of aspirant. Dhara Chakra and location of soul. Dhara Chakra is considered as the location of the soul in the living being, where jeevatma, that is personalized soul, resides at peace. When left nostril operates, it shows that a living being is in conscious state, he is under the influence of divinity. On the contrary, when right nostril operates, it indicates that a living being is under the influence of Maya, and he is generally unconscious or unaware of divine activities. However, mind is mutative and thoughts of the mind go on changing with time in discontinuity, in continuity of existence, in illusions, depending on whether a living being breathes from left nostril or right nostril. Sometime he may behave like a saint, and on another occasion his thoughts are governed by the animal instinct. Change of breath pattern with discontinuity. If one is conscious of his mental state, he can modulate his thoughts by changing the breath pattern on altering the free flow of the air from one side of the nostril to the other side in varying level of discontinuity in continuity of breathing. Great rishis or saints can change their breath pattern by their will. Such advanced rishis or saints have symptoms of samyami lakshana for controlling their thought pattern. This whole science is the science of tranquil breath. Tranquil breath is basically variant constant and not the constant constant. It means tranquil breath is governed by discontinuities in the continuum of breath cycles from left to right nostril and vice versa. Disturbing thoughts can be controlled by changing the breath pattern by switching on left nostril breathing to the right nostril breathing. This is the yoga. This yoga is called Chitvritti Nirodha, that means one can change his emotional heart feeling and thought pattern as per his own will and requirement. Tranquil breath is divine. Tranquil breath is most significant. It is specifically known as divine breath. Its appearance and disappearance depend on the divine power. Its discontinuity in continuity of breathing is its built-in characteristics. It is not under the control of a human being. However, by modulation of physical conditions, mental thinking and change in system vibrations, the tranquil breath can be established for a short duration. But its longevity cannot be guaranteed. Origin of divine breath. Besides understanding origin of tranquil breath, role of different chakras in the system must be known. Kula chakras, that is chakras below Manipura, namely Muladhara and Svadhisthana, have gravitation pull, and these chakras do not allow the upward journey of Udana Prana with Kundalini power and pull it back to the original mooring. But, once the Manipura chakra is crossed, then the effect of gravitational pull of Kula chakras ceases to exist. In Kula Chakra, there is no awareness of Sakshi Chaitanya or consciousness and Atam Sakshatkara or God realization. It is not possible unless and until the transcendence of Kula Chakra is achieved, and until life force reaches to Dhara or Anahata Chakra. Udana Prana. Udana Prana is the life force at Muladhara, Swadhisthanam and Manipura chakras. However, at Dhara or Anahata chakra there is a light of pure soul. This light of soul is self-abnegated at the Dhara chakra. Jiva or living being coupled with soul or atma is located at this chakra as jeevatma or personalized soul of living being. However, Kundalini is the sleeping force at the Kula chakra, precisely at the Muladhara. Atma or soul light is in the dormant state entangled with Jiva or living being at the Dhara chakra or heart center. Jiva or human being is unconscious and is in the unmanifested stage of awareness when Kundalini power and soul are in samadhi or rest. They are in the state of being at their respective locations or roots. Both remain in samadhi or rest state unless the pranic forces do not awaken them. Awakening of Kundalini power. After the awakening of Kundalini power and ascent of soul to the higher centers, microcosm is merged with the macrocosm, and superconscious state is achieved. When the Kundalini power is awakened, then only soul ascends. This leads to turn the existing conscious or aware state of the sadhaka or aspirant to mergence or laya or consciousless state with discontinuity in continuity of existence, and only then aspirant enjoys the blessings of being. After mergence with supernal, the soul returns back to original location. Thus, its normal existing conscious state gets manifested. The soul, when coupled or entangled with Jiva, is termed as jeevatma, that is personalized soul, and it is the part of Shiva resting at the Dhara or Anahata chakra. Kundalini being feminine power or shakti rests at Muladhara chakra. Both are merged in illusion or maya in continuity, and are in the gross state of complete rest under the influence of maya. However, when the favorable condition is created by the effect of Udana Prana, Kundalini Shakti or power gets awakened, and this emerges with Shiva at the Dhara chakra. And then Shiva and Shakti ascend to the apex center through Agya chakra. As they merge, they become aware of the mergence. They transform from conscious or aware to consciousless state with discontinuities in continuity of existence. And thus, they become spirit power of being. Then only the sadhaka or aspirant gains the spiritual power. He steps into being, that is to be beyond time and space. Ascendance of Kundalini power. In fact, by the ascendance of Shiv Shakti after mergence at Anahata chakra, Shiv Shakti ascends to Vishuddhi chakra to Lambika chakra and then to Agya chakra, and here at Agya chakra this gets purified. At this location, Jiva shades the effect of mind gradually. Mind is then annihilated with discontinuities in continuity of existence. Thus, soul or pure light gets united with the cause of creation, the supernal, the being. In fact, at Agya chakra soul is separated from Jiva or living being. Finally, there remains no more existence of jeevatma as identity at the Agya chakra. Under these conditions, effect of mind disappears instantaneously. This causes the jiva or living being to be liberated. Soul, which was in intensive conscious state, is transformed to consciousless being with discontinuity. Here at this location jiva and soul or atma are separated, and are in face to face as soul or atma and jiva. Here from this location, that is from Agya Chakra onwards, soul takes further journey to Unmani Chakra in the Chidakasha after getting transformed into the divine light. Furthermore, the Pratyagatma, both soul and jiva, exist at Agya Chakra as face to face, that is jeevatma, that is personalized soul as jiva and atma or soul. As and when this is realized, it is considered as the first step of evolution of the spiritual aspirant to the spirituality at the Agya Chakra. Meditation and discontinuity of breath. Moreover, this must be clearly understood that dhyana or meditation follows yoga. Nothing is superior to meditation. One must meditate when breath is tranquil. To make it tranquil, one can open the closed nostril by closing the open nostril, and breaths only through closed nostril forcefully. So, both the nostrils get opened. Doing this for 1 cycle or 9 times or 2 cycles of 9 times each, the closed nostril can be opened, and thus, one can establish the tranquil breath that is likely to make him peaceful in many respects. However, as a natural cycle, tranquil breath is generated by itself. But, Udana Prana helps the sadhaka to be in meditation without much of self-effort. After 5 cycles of horizontal breath, automatically 6th cycle is of tranquil breath to calm down the human system. This changes the attitude of a human being towards life, and frequency of breath is reduced, its discontinuity is enhanced. However, by self-efforts, as and when it is required, the tranquil breath can be established. After it is established, its discontinuity can be enhanced by reducing its frequency. This finally results in increasing the lifespan. Tranquil breath is bliss. It is also known as samyami sadhana. Moreover, tranquil breath gives light, it gives health and well-being besides longevity of life. In fact, all these are means, but final success is by the mercy and blessings of Almighty.